What's up, Grognard? Sam here, coming to you from the studio. We are back, and it is time for Gundam TCG GD04 Phantom Aria, Mobile Suit Gundam Victory, Ignition, and Turn A have come to the Gundam TCG. We've got cards from Destiny. We've got cards from Witch from Mercury. There's all sorts of really cool stuff in this set. I personally am a huge fan of Turn A, so I'm looking forward to Turn A and Sochi myself. Also looking forward to seeing that new Destiny LR that we're getting for purple. Lots of cool cards. We're going to take a look and see what we can find, because today I am opening packs from GD04, and I have sitting next to me right now a case of booster boxes. A case. So let's get into it. All right, folks, in my hands I hold GD04 Phantom Aria. Again, we're not wasting any time because we got a lot of stuff to get through. So let's just go right in. Here it is on the Grognard Games Play Mat. Of course, you can get these from Jank Mats. We have them in the store right now. We just got a resupply of Jank Mats recently, so come on in and check those out. So here we are. We've got the Phantom Aria box. We got the unicorn on the cover there. So we got the Destiny over here, and we got the Ignition here. So we are ready to go with Phantom Aria. Let's crack this open and let's get started. We got a lot of boxes to get through, so we're not going to waste any time. We'll take a look at some cool art. We'll see what big hits we get. Every single one of the cards you see me open here will be available at Grognard Games. Go to grognardgames.com, click on that TCG player link. That'll take you to our TCG player page, and you will be able to purchase these cards. You can pick them up in the store, or we will ship them to your door. So if you're watching and you're not in the Chicagoland area, head over and check out grognardgames.com. We are happy to ship any of our products to you that are available on the website. Of course, some of these will also be available in store only, so be on the lookout for that. We're cracking our first pack, though, of Phantom Aria. These are hot off the truck, and when I say hot off the truck, I mean literally the cards are warm in my hands right now. We got the Gundam Virtue at the Industrial 7. We got Luna Maria's Gunner Zaku Warrior. We got Witches from Earth. Gundam Thrones Way. Very, very cool. Destined Battle. That looks great. I absolutely love that. Great art there with Amuro and Char. We got the Frieden 2, the Abo Q, Milan Series Enhanced Person number 5, the Skurzum Gallus. We got the William, which is our first rare. Hello, there's an R plus right off the bat. Encounter, that is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. OG Gundam represented right there, looking fantastic. And I think that this is just a great, I mean, look at that. Look at that. I love that. I absolutely love that. Everything about this is stellar. This is one of those that I would absolutely want to have. Yeah. Wow. Just looks, yeah, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. There you have it. And then we got the Xiong head token there. So the encounter card is obviously going into a sleeve. Very, very nice. All right, let's keep on going. We got Jabiru. We got Gundam Virtue. The Za sleeves. Zolot, Ligue Militaire. Alvator, GN Armor Type E Core Fighter. The Ginks, or the GNX. Oh, there's the granddad right there, RX Rosamiyabadam. The GN Armor Type D Trans Am, looking nice in the rare there. And then we got another rare, which is the V-Dash Gundam. Nice art, great foiling. And whoa, we got a C+ resource. We are kicking things off in style between the R+ and the C+ resource. That encounter, God, that encounter card is just amazing. All right, we are moving. Let's see what else we can find here. Shrike Team's Bulwark. Choo-Choo's Demi Trainer. Zacrello. Alvator. Reliable Big Brother. Jamil's Gundam X. Trinity Warship. Kapool. Heinz Goof Ignited. The Core Fighter. We got the Gun Cannon 108 and Gun Cannon 109. Very, very cool. Loving that. And then we got the Gundam Elfrith. Very cool. And then we got a resource card. Seriously, I can't get over how much I like that encounter. You got Amuro, you got Lala, like it just looks stellar. That is a stellar looking card. I want it, but I can't have it because it belongs to whoever gets it from our TCG player. We got the Gundam Dynams. We got the Daughters High Mobility Command Weiss Wallaby. We got the Inspector, Taoquan, Gundam Virtue. Seen that one a couple times already. Industrial 7. We got the Reformationist. Sword Impulse Gundam. It's such a cool Garma Zabi, very nice. Cool. With the Silver Bullet, some really nice foiling there. Sulata Mercury, very cool. And then we have another resource with the Victory Gundam. So what's everybody thinking? We're 4 sets in now. How's everybody doing? The game, you know, I mean, certainly it seems like in a way, the community is leveled off a little bit. Barjarnan, I don't mean that in a bad way. Fighting alone, Xavier's Gyan Hakuji Pax, Gadil, Esperanza, Zuma Colony, Gundam Throne Dre, Doom Rasmi, Go Gundam GQ, very cool. Helioptism. And there's the regular encounter, which that is that I mean that looks good too. That's like looks straight from the anime, but come on. That R plus. That R plus is, I mean, that's gorgeous. It's like a watercolor painting. Whoa, and we got the LR Destiny Gundam. We did it, Joe. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This one is definitely right now, you know, one of the base art kind of chases. That could change, obviously, over time. But, you know, currently, as we speak, this is the one. And it looks gorgeous, as you come to expect from the LRs in the Gundam card game. So yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way that the community level off. I just mean that we've kind of reached a stability point. I feel like there's this sleeves, the Zolout, Alvator, GN Army Type E, Agrissa, Hip Heavy, the biplane, Heinz Goof Ignited, Indiscriminate Violence, nice, Gundam Nadley, Unicorn Gundam O2 Banshee Norn Unicorn model, very cool. We got the Psycho Gundam Mark II. We had this kit in store actually for a while. I don't know that we do anymore. Woo, and look at that, we got another LR, the Zeong. We actually have one of these kits currently in the store, so if you're looking into getting into Gunpla, which, you know, I mean, let's face it, you probably, and there's the Kyrios. You probably already are if you're watching this. We all are at the store. It's, you know, at this point, most of us are Gundam fans. You know, I'm an old school Gundam fan. I've got Gunpla kits going back like, you know, 15 years now. But yeah, the Daughters High Mobility Command Weiss Wallaby, the Gundam Throne's Way, Enil L, very cool. Shrike Team's Bulwark, Fighting Alone. The G-Falcon, nice. That's very cool. We got the Reformationist again. We got Victory Gundam. This is the uncommon version. We got the Rosen Zulu. Indiscriminate Violence. Damage Control Rare, looking very moody and atmospheric in purple. And then we got the Gundam Virtue Trans Am Rare. And then the Turn A. Beautiful. Love it. This is the resource card, mind you. That's not the actual card. Not that anybody out there is confused, I'm sure, but just neither am I. All right, we got Tokwon, Big Ro, Machine Doll Squad, very cool. Wow. We got the Zachrello, Xavier's Gan, Hakuji Pax, Garma's Dop. We got the Core Fighter, the Ginks, the Gundam, the Granddad. We got Rosami Abatum. We got the Gundam Throne Eins. That is really nice. I like that. I like that art. I like the foiling, the red. It's very, very cool. We got Kind Hearted, and we'll end it up with the Gundam resource card there. Gonna keep it going, keep it going. What's your favorite color right now? What are you playing with? What's your deck? What are you looking forward to building? What cards are you most looking forward to out of this particular set? Yeah, let me know. We're going to have a lot for you, that's for sure. Choo Choo's Demi Trainer, Gadil, GN Armor Type E, Sochi, there she is. What up, Sochi? What a great character. I mean, one of the great characters of Gundam, I feel like, in a supremely underrated series in Turn A. Just awesome. Absolutely love that. Michael Trinity. We got the Gun EZ, the Psycho Gundam GQ, the Gun Volva. We got the Abba Q. We got the Gaplant. Another Suletta Mercury, and the Gundam Exia, which is a great looking unit, honestly. And we got the Penelope there. The Penelope. So yeah, definitely interested in hearing what people are interested in building. You know, where you're looking for cards, mostly from this. Armory 1, Gundam Dynames, Witches from Earth, very nice. Hammurabi, GQ, Flat Militia, Orjarden, the Yanks again. So a bunch of comments we hadn't seen there. World Distortion, Sword Impulse Gundam, and then we got the Gundam. And there's the Lauren Seahack, very nice. Good looking art. Digging that. And then we'll round it out with the Victory Gundam Hexa. And then we got the Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode. Very cool. That's the Banshee, actually. So here we are. We got the Agrissa, the Hip Heavy Biplane once again, Tokwon, Big Ro, Machine Doll Squad, Zachrello, Gundam Throne Dre, World Distortion, Alial Sanchez. Very nice. Very, very nice. The Iridium Arcanus, Graham's Union Flag Custom, and we have a Gundam Leopard Destroy, along with a Zeong resource. I have not really played much lately, sadly. Just the way of the world. Too many things on my plate. Work at a game store, they say, and then you'll never play games again. I got the G-Falcon, the Esperanza, the Garma's Dope, the Agrissa, the Spiritual Support. Very nice. GM2. Hallelujah Haptism. Gundam Aerial Rebuild. Very nice uncommon there. Elan Series. There's the Turn A. This is the uncommon Turn A. There is also an LR Turn A. I love that suit so much. Overwhelming Pressure. And the Curios Trans Am. Some really nice art there as well. And then we got the Curios Resource. All right, moving right along. We got the Gun EZ. The backup. Oh, the Shokyu. That's nice. I like that. Got the Lumaria's Gunner Zaku Warrior. Another great card. Core Booster. Gundam Exia. The Aerial Rebuild once again. A Marbet Finger Hat. Very nice. Garma again. I do like that art a lot. The Shurzum Gallus. And then we have Alsace's AEU Inact Custom Moralia Development Experiment Type RE. And then we got an LR, the Neo Zeong, looking resource. Neo Zeong. So we've gotten, let's see, 3 LRs, 1 C plus and 1 R plus. We'll probably get a couple more LRs, but that'll probably be about the best that we're going to see from this particular box. But don't worry, we got more boxes to go. So it's going to be something epic, I think, in our future. We'll see. Jamel's Gundam X, Michael Trinity, GM3, Industrial 7, 9th Tactical Testing Sector, Trinity Warship, Victory Gundam, Lumaria Hawk, Moment of Rest. That's great. Love that. Cheeky art. The Gundam Elfrith Thorn, and then the Uso Ewan Rare as well, and then a Zeong resource card. I'm telling you, we're going fast. We're going fast. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna see what we can find. I'm not even gonna really comment mostly on these commons and uncommons because we've seen just about all of them at this point. If I do see, oh, there's the Financier, very nice. If we, oh, there's the Banshee Norn Unicorn mode. Turn A Gundam Rare, nice. We got the uncommon, we got the rare, and there is an LR as well. So 3 different Turn A's in this set. Very, very cool. And then we have the Reinforced Junior, along with the Faract resource card. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of jet through a lot of this as we go, just because, you know, we got a lot to get through. But this is fun, you know, doing like these epic videos and then slicing them up into Slager Law to smaller ones is a lot of fun. It gives us an opportunity to, you know, just create more for you all while also getting more singles in the store and having those singles available upon release, because that's not always something that we've done in the past. The Curios Tail Booster, very nice. Another Financier. There's the Kikiroga MS Mode GQ, looking very nice. And then we have the Gundam Airmaster Burst, along with the Penelope. Yeah. All right. So yeah, singles upon release will be big. I mean, these will be available while the release events are going on. Again, they might not necessarily be in the store that you're playing in, but they will be available via our TCG player at the very least, so you can order them and then go pick them up in Algonquin or have them shipped to one of the other locations. Inspector, Destined Battle. I just love that art. I love it. Heinrich, the Do Merosmi, Maribet Fingerhead, Freedom 2, Palacis, Silver Bullet, and we got another LR. This is the Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee Norn Destroy mode. Super slick, very, very nice. Take that, and then we got an EX base. You know, the transfers obviously happen on Tuesdays in general, and so you might have to wait a few days before you get those singles, but again, the opportunity to purchase singles upon release is something that, you know, we're going to be doing more and more of for all TCGs. Garma's dope. Spiritual support, GM3, so keep your eyes peeled for all that. You know, we're going to be doing lots of openings, of course, on the channel, so you can kind of get a preview of the cards that we're going to have for you, but sometimes, you know, you might be surprised and there'll just be stuff in there. The V-Dash Gundam Rare, very nice. And then we got the Graham's Union Flag Custom, very cool. And then the Destiny resource. Again, it's just something that we want to do going forward with all the TCGs that we stock. That way people can get, you know, singles as soon as they want, knowing that products can be limited sometimes. This is just kind of a way, you know, it's like, oh, but you're opening so much product. And it's like, well, yes, but this is a way for us to make sure that you get the singles that you want. So that's not necessarily Slager Law. So it's not necessarily all about, you know, opening the packs, because some folks just want to get those singles. So we're trying to do the best of both worlds. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, obviously we are here to do what we can. And then, oh, we got the Penelope Flight Form LR. Very nice. Some really nice texture on it. Like the texture makes it look like an oil painting. It really does. It's very, very cool. Then we got the Victory Gundam resource. We might have one more LR in our future, I think. Other than that, we're looking at commons, uncommons, rares. So we shall see what we find here. The Azuma Colony. Gundam is in a very interesting place right now. As I kind of mentioned earlier, it feels like the community is, you know, kind of leveled off. We are where we are right now. Opportunities for new players to come in are certainly going to exist. Product is leveling out a little bit. Victory Gundam LR, very, very nice. So, and then we got the Faract resource card. Having the Gundam base obviously so close, creates other opportunities for people to get product as well. Not that I want to give an advertisement to Gundam base or anything, but certainly it means that we have product in store longer. I think prices are starting to level out as well. Maybe not on singles and certain singles, but definitely on sealed product. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're getting restocks all the time. We got restocks of the premium collections, both Iron Blooded Orphans and the other one, which escapes me right now. G-Quacks should be in stock very soon at all locations, certainly at the Roselle location. So again, the opportunity to get restocks, Raise Blaze, Zaku Phantom, that is awesome. I love that. And then, we did it! We did it! There it is, you gorgeous, gorgeous son of a gun. The Turn A Gundam LR. Love it. Absolutely love it. That is such a cool looking card. And then there's the wire guided arm token. I love Turn A. Highly underrated series, highly underrated model. A highly underrated heroine in Sochi. So yeah, check out Turn A if you've not. I recommend it. It's very different. But it still has a lot of the hallmarks of Gundam as well. Our communities have been great. We still love having everyone in, and I think that there's opportunities for those communities to grow. It's just, again, I think with where the game has been since coming out, graceful demeanor, very cool looking card. And then we got another LR. This is the Gundam Phantom. This is also another cool one with some really great etching on it. Really digging that one. And then we got the resource there. So yeah, I'm curious as to our polls for this. Look at this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the C plus and the R plus. We got 2 more packs left. So yeah, good pull rates as usual. Bandai knows how to do it. GN Armor Type E. There's Sochi again. Speak of the Devil, Michael Trinity, Gun, EZG, Falcon. But yeah, I mean, we're excited to see what the future of the game looks like. Obviously, we're supporting the game. GN Armor Type D Trans Am. And whoa! Hello, LR Plus. That was unexpected. The Gundam Kyrios LR Plus. Kyrios, that is, yeah. And then we got a token as well. Man, how about that? How about them pull rates? So you're telling me we got 3 pluses, 8 LRs. I'll take it. I will take it. And again, that encounter is just a stunning, stunning piece of art. Stunning piece of art. We got the Trinity. But yeah, so this has been fun. Obviously, opening a box, and we will continue to open more product, get it into your hands. So you got singles. There's the Nina Trinity, very nice, and then the Reza Burrell, also very nice, along with a Destiny Gundam resource card. So when it comes down to it, we did all right here. We got the Pharact, we got the Turn A, we got the Victory Gundam, the Penelope Flight Form, which again looks like an oil painting. It's gorgeous. The Unicorn Gundam O2 Banshee Norn Destroy Mode, Neo Zeong, and a Destiny Gundam LR, as well as the Kyrios LR Plus, which looks amazing, and the Encounter R Plus, which is just, I mean, it's art. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then the C Plus resource here as well. Amazing. Very happy here with our first box. And that's right, I said first box because boy, is there more. So let's waste no time and get into box number 2. Moving right along. So box number 2 of Gundam card game GDO4 Phantom Aria. Gonna just keep this moving, and we will see what we can see here. See if our pulls are as nice as they were. That first box, I mean, God, we got an LR plus, we got an R plus, we got a C plus, we got 8 LRs. So yeah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so let's see what Phantom Aria brings us with box numero dos. Yeah, we're going to go through these pretty quickly, especially these commons and uncommons. We've seen most of them at this point. Just kind of get this moving along so you can kind of see that we're going to have plenty of bulk for you, plenty of stuff to fill out your collections if that's what you're looking for. Victory Gundam Hexa Rare, and then well, yeah, I'm not going to go through that all again, but there you have that. Get us kind of started here. All of these singles, of course, will be available at grognardgames.com. Click on the TCG player link. That's where you see the bulk of them, especially the supercharged cards, if you will. The bulk will be split between the 3 stores, so you'll be able to find that in most locations if you're looking for it. Michael Trinity, the Gun, EZG, Falcon. But we will do our best, of course, to keep singles stocked. Of course, we'll be taking in singles after the a U plus financier. I have a feeling that this is going to be sought after. Wow. All right. How about that? And then a parts token. My gosh, it is fun to open Gundam in 2026. Well, that just Did not go the way I expected it to. We're okay though. Our cards are okay. Man, that financier looks so good. We got the Gundam Exia. Again, I mean, is just not to be outdone when it comes to the special treatments. I feel like they do such an incredible job across the board, and you know, we are the Elfrith Thorn and the Usoyuan, as well as a Destiny resource card. They are just not to be outdone as far as I'm concerned when it comes to foiling special treatments on their cards. You know, I was very hyped to see the Silver Scrolls from Strixhaven recently, but again, consistently, I think that Bandai just does. They do it right. They do it right, and they make their cards feel special in a way that other TCGs don't always do, which is you know, saying something, because there's some gorgeous cards out there from, you know, from across the spectrum of TCGs, without a doubt. There's the Exia, and oh, hello, Gundam DXLR. We're off to the races already here with this box. Box 2 already treating us very nicely as well. You know, we will probably have some boxes for sale. If you've pre-ordered a box, obviously we'll be able to honor that. It'll mostly be, you know, packs, but we'll see what we can do for you. And, you know, packs, you never know what you're going to get. There probably will be some limits. One of the cool things is like I said, prices have kind of leveled out a bit, which is nice. So we'll be able to, there's the Kikaroga, and another LR with the Neo Zeong. We saw that one before, and then we wire guarded arm token. So we'll do our best, you know, obviously stay competitive on pricing. Always do our best to make sure you're not paying the most for your product. Grognard Games. All right. But it is definitely a bit of the Wild West right now with a lot of TCGs. I was in Walmart earlier, saw a bunch of people lined up for Pokemon as it was getting put out, and just kind of Suletta. Was happy that that's not what I do. Gundam Exia, and then the Gundam Direct resource token. You know, it's the hunt. The hunt can be fun, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad that it's not something that I don't know. It's not something that we've encouraged or inspired at Grognard. You know, we're always going to try our best to honor any pre-orders. We're going to get product into the hands of people who play the game as best we can. And, you know, that's going to be true here of Gundam, which is one of the reasons why we're doing this opening, because that way, you know, it gives the opportunity to folks that are looking for singles and play the game to get them overwhelming pressure. Another LR, this time the Banshee. Very, very cool. Very cool. So we've repeated some LRs already, which is nice. Obviously, we're going to have some play sets, some LR play sets available, which I know, you know, is always a big deal when people are looking for a new set. If they can get a play set or they can get close to a play set, that can be a big help to completing those decks, building those decks out. Because, you know, if you're going just picking up a box or going by packs, it can be hard to complete those play sets. So again, the opportunity to have singles upon release is something that we're really happy about. So cheap. And hopefully you are too. And certainly let us know in the comments below. We're certainly selling a lot of them, that's for sure. So thanks for that. Overwhelming pressure. And there's the Karios Trans Am. And then we got the Penelope resource. Moving right along through box numero dos. And it is, yeah, it's going. It's doing the thing. We're doing the thing. The core boosters, we got the Exia, Jamil's Gundam X, Michael Trinity, GM3 Trinity, Karios Tail Booster, Head, GN Armor Type D, and the V-Dash, and then we got Turn A. God, I love Turn A. It's an acquired taste, I will admit. It's not necessarily for everybody, but I do think it's slept on. I do think it's dismissed. I do think that it doesn't have the popularity that it so richly deserves in my eyes. Even the Gunpla, they haven't made, you know, as much. There's not as much to make. It's, you know, again, it's a different kind of series. So, but yeah. Raise Blaze Zaku Phantom, looking very cool. Check it out. We got another LR. It's the Zeong, and then there's the Virtue. This links up with Char. You know, I've harped on it before. I'll take a moment to harp on it again. One of the crimes right now of the situation in which we live is Crunchyroll's control of Gundam. And physical media not existing the way that it should, because, you know, some folks like myself have quite a bit of it on physical media, but there's also a lot of folks that have never had the opportunity to, you know, didn't get into it at a certain time or whatever. And the fact that so much of it is out of print and going for outrageous prices on the secondary market is too bad, because you should be able to just order up any series you want. Graham's Union Flag Custom, I firmly believe that. And there's the LR of the Victory. And then we got a token back here. So it just makes me sad, honestly, that it's not more accessible on physical media. I know it's a streaming world in which we live, but obviously, as you can tell from behind me, I'm a physical media nut, and I like to own it. I like to be able to watch it when I want to watch it, how I want to watch it, and quite frankly, no matter how great the streaming quality is, it's always going to be better fidelity on Blu-ray or 4K, which, you know, some of the stuff wouldn't, the upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K wouldn't make that much of a difference, but still. There's the aerial rebuild once again. So yeah, just me, you know, kind of shaking my fist at the sky, the Elfrith and as a young resource, because I think that, again, we deserve to have it. We deserve to have it, darn it. So give it back to us. That said, if you're like me and you do have a region-free player, you can always look to import. But with things being the way that they are right now, that can also be a little challenging. So I also understand just the need to have it in North America. It exists. It exists. And, you know, Crunchyroll, if you're listening, come on, loosen up. Get it out there. Get it out there. We'll still subscribe to you. I mean, like, that's not going to kill your subscriptions. The Gundam Airmaster Burst and the Psycho Gundam Mark II and then the Fract. You know, I don't think that there are people that are subscribing just for Gundam, right? Like, people are subscribing for the new stuff. People are subscribing to have a library at their fingertips, because I don't necessarily want to own everything, right? But I do want to be able to own my favorite series, and Gundam is one of those. And it's money. It's money sitting on the table. That's been my TED Talk. Let's get back to the Gundam card game here. Of course, it's all interrelated, right? We love the Gundam card game because we love Gundam. We love it because we love Gunpla. We love it, you know, it's all in this big ecosystem. And I think that, you know, Gundam base coming to Chicago is definitely indicative of that. There's the Gundam Leopard Destroy, and then we got the Silver Bullet. Oh, we got a nice C+ resource of the Zeong. That's cool. That is very cool. It's gonna make somebody happy. Speaking of Gunpla, I have some kits that I really want to build. The Destiny MGSD is coming out, and we will have some in the store. Unfortunately, some of our pre-order got back ordered, so we're not getting our full pre-order, but we will have a couple of them. But if anybody's been following along, those MGSDs have been amazing. They started with the Wing Zero Endless Waltz, and then we had the Aerial. They're just such great kits, and I am not a chibi, you know, or SD sort of person. I like my stuff, you know, real and gritty and all that jazz, but like, they just look so good. Turn A, the Throw Nines, and we got Kind Hearted, Victory Gundam. But yeah, that's going to be a great kit. So if you're interested in that kit, I highly encourage you to get your name down on a special order sheet or pre-order it from us. Because they're going to be fairly limited through us, but we'd love to get them in your hands. But thank you to everybody who's been like, you know, shopping our Gunpla selection. You guys have made that overwhelming success, and we you know, we keep having to do restocks at a pace I don't think we were initially prepared for. So that's a good thing. There's that encounter. Of course, it cannot beat the R+. Ooh, and we got the LR Destiny again. Look at that. So that's our second LR Destiny, and then we have the Penelope resource. Loving that. That Destiny. Again, one of the, you know, currently sitting kind of at one of the chases of this set. Purple's good. Purple's good. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm always interested to kind of see what people are picking up, especially when it comes to Gunpla kits. So it's been really cool to see the success of a lot of the kits that we're bringing in, and I know like a lot of the OG stuff is popular. Just good looking models in general. The Leopard Destroy. Wow! Holy mackerel, that looks cool. The Zeong LR Plus. It's our second LR Plus so far. The EX base here. Wow. Wow. I did not expect another LR Plus. I didn't. You know, I don't really know what pull rates are these days, I guess, but that's awesome. So 2 LR Pluses in a row from our second box of this case. Amazing. Amazing. But again, you know, the opportunity to get singles into people's hands, the most wanted stuff is great. And speaking of most wanted, you know, I'm interested to know what, you know, people, when it comes to Gunpla kits, you know, what people are looking for. You know, they do reprints pretty often. And you know, it comes in waves. There's new stuff obviously coming out that's been announced. There's all sorts of cool stuff, and you know, there's stuff obviously that we're not going to get just because of the way that P Bandai works and our premium Bandai these days. But you know, certainly we will always endeavor to get whatever we can in for you. So if there's something you're looking for, just don't hesitate to let us know. Because when I'm ordering stuff, you know, I try to order what I think is the coolest. But there's stuff that I can miss easily. You know, Trinity and the Reza Burrell and the Virtue. And, you know, we all have like little blind spots, including most of you watching right now. You have a Turn A blind spot, and I get it. I'm just saying, let's fix that. Let's watch some Turn A. It'd be a lot easier if you could just go to Amazon.com or wherever you shop to get your films. Orbit DVD or Diabolic, for instance, Atomic Movie Store. Those are some of my favorites. And pick it up and just have it shipped to your door. That'd be great. But you can stream it. Frozen Zulu, Financier, Damage Control, and there we go with Virtue Trans Am, and then we got the Karyos. Yeah, and just, you know, being such a fan of Gundam in general, it was really cool when the TCG was announced. I haven't been able to keep up. It's a shame, you know. I had a master set of the first set. And I just was not in any position to keep up for a number of reasons. But I'm so glad that the game has continued successfully. People are playing it, enjoying it. It's a good game. It's a great game. It really is. It's it's a game that I had a lot of fun playing. And I'm glad that people continue to. The Wheel Gem. Ooh, and there it is, the Faract. Very cool. Very, very cool. It's a cool unit turn A. One of my favorites actually from Witch from Mercury. All right, let's see what we got here. Moving right along. Destined Battle art is so cool. I wonder if there's a C plus for that. Probably not, because the art is pretty slapping. Plus, I usually don't know. All right, there's the Lorian C-Hack. Ooh, got the LR. Carios again, and then an EX resource. I'll tell you what, this is a lot. I mean, I'm sitting under a mountain of boxes and packs right now. It's a cool thing I get to do. There is no denying that whatsoever, and I'm excited to be able to do it and bring you cards because, everybody loves cards. Everybody loves cards. We love to get the cards that we want when we want them, so that's another reason why we're doing this, is to make sure that we have cards available for you on release. Turn A, Reinforced Junior. And there's that Unicorn Destroy. Last pack of our second box of Gundam card game Phantom Aria. Let's see what we can pull here. I'm going to get through these really quickly. We're going to continue to move faster and faster, of course, as we get through these boxes. This is a long video. Feel free to take breaks if you need to. But yeah, we're just having fun here. And I want to make sure that everyone knows that, of course, all of these cards are going to be at your local Grognard Games and Hobbies. You can pick them up, Grognard Games Algonquin in particular, of course, and they even have the kiosk in-store that you can shop our TCG player on and pick cards up in-store. Or, of course, go to grognardgames.com, click on the TCG player link, and then you can pick these cards up, and we will ship them to your door. Let's take a look at our hits. We got the C+ Zeong Resource. We got the Financier, which is a gorgeous-looking card. I have a feeling that's going to be the man. The LR+ of the Zeong. Check that out. Then we got the Kyrios, the Faract, the Destiny, the Victory, the Zeong, the Banshee Norn Destroy Mode, the Neo Zeong, and the Gundam DX. With that LR+, we now have 3 Zeongs, so we almost have a full play set of those Zeongs. Just saying, just throwing that out there. You can feel free to throw it right back at me. All right, we're going to take a small break here, and then we'll be right back to open box number 3. All right, let's get back to it here. We got the Grognard Games playmat looking great with stacks of Gundam card game cards on it currently. We're getting ready to open our third box of Phantom Aria. I get to open these boxes, then I get to take these cards up to Grognard Games Algonquin. And once they get to Algonquin, they will be listed on TCG Player. A bulk will be transferred between stores, so you'll be able to kind of search that in store. And then when it comes to any of the big cards, the big hits, of course, those will be on our TCG Player, which you can shop in-store or at tcgplayer.com. Of course, we're going to do a little bit of speed through on this. We've already opened 2 boxes. We know what these commons and uncommons are looking like, and we're going to kind of just get through those as quickly as possible. We'll look at some of these rares. We'll look at anything above a rare that we get, of course. There's a Silver Bullet, and there's Suletta Mercury, Banshee Resource. But we are going to kind of speed through this so that we can get through these packs. This is going to be a really long video. If you're sticking around to the end, fantastic. There's really nothing special about it. You're just going to get to see some cool pulls. Of course, we're going to split these up into smaller videos as well, so you'll be able to kind of see some of the coolness and the hotness just in those shorter vids if you follow us on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, which you should do. There's always great information there. All of our events get advertised there. There we go. We got an LR already in our second pack. It's the Unicorn Gundam Banshee Norn Destroy Mode and a token. So there you have it. Our first LR. What will this box bring us? Can we get a plus plus? Can I get a plus plus? We got some pluses on our way, sure. It looks like we're getting 3 pluses per box right now. That's what we've pulled from the first 2. We'll see if this holds true for this box. We're getting 8 LRs and then 3 pluses in a box, which is amazing. And the art on the uncommon and the rare pluses that we pulled, just out of this world. I mean, that encounter is still one of the most just gorgeous cards ever, as far as I'm concerned. That Zeong LR Plus that we pulled, holy smokes, that card is amazing. Like, I mean, honestly, it's enough to make you want to just join up with Zeon right now and be Char's wingman. Many reasons to do that, really. But yeah, I just thought it was an incredible looking card, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can pull. If there's anything that will rival that art, Tale for Thor and the Encounter, which this is just the base one. Oh, Oh, and there's our C+. It's the Victory Gundam resource card. Very nice. Collecting this game is a lot of fun, you know, even if you're not playing. And I'm not talking about sitting on sealed product. I mean, you do you. I'm not going to judge, but I'm talking about, getting these cards, getting these little cardboard artworks. It just really complements the whole Gundam hobby in general, as far as I'm concerned. There's certainly some of these cards that would look great next to a piece of Gunpla. Look at that. There's the LR Unicorn Gundam Awakened. Very, very nice. And then we got an EX resource. I mean, just imagine like having this, next to one of those perfect grades or something. There's so many cool kits out there, and having one of these in a nice top loader or hard case or something like that and on display with it would look really cool as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, just kind of like I said, complements the hobby very well. We love the hobby. We are definitely fans of the hobby. We'll support not only the card game, but Gunpla and then Gundam Assemble when it comes to us. And there's the Penelope Flight Form LR. Again, this looks like an oil painting. It's just a really, really gorgeous card. I love it. Victory Gundam. Yeah, Gundam Assemble. Gundam Assemble coming this fall. If you are not already on the list and you're interested, get on the list. Gundam Assemble. We will have it. It does not sound like there's going to be the same sort of distribution problems. I shouldn't say it that way. Scarcity exists for a reason, right? But yeah, there should be enough to go around. But that said, if you want it, get your name down now, because it's going to be the best way to make sure you get it into your hot little hands and start playing Gundam Assemble as soon as the game comes out. There's some really great videos already online of playthroughs. It sounds like they're going to do a full unveiling at Gen Con. I really wish they would have done it at Adepticon, but I get it. It might have been not as on their radar, but they should definitely have a presence at Gen Con next year. I feel like it's essential to any sort of miniature game, unless they're just going to treat it like a little board game, with Plamo kits, whatever. That's fine too. I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a fun time. It's the Victory Gundam, and the franchise as a whole is in an interesting place. We've had a number of series recently that have had pretty great degrees of popularity, which from Mercury, regardless of what you make of it critically, has been popular. Juquux has been popular, and I think that I'm just a fan of Gundam in general, so I usually try to check out the series even if I can't necessarily always finish them. I put them on my to-do list at some point. I at least check out the first few episodes. Whoa! Check that out. We got an R+, Yuso Ewan. Very, very cool. Very nice art. Really like that a lot. That is really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm digging it. R pluses, I'm telling you. The LR pluses are great, don't get me wrong. But the R plus and U plus that we pulled are, I don't know. I mean, that Xiang LR plus is pretty amazing. What do I know? So here we are, making our way through box number 3 of our case of Gundam card game Phantom Aria. These are singles for you to be able to purchase in store, or go to grognardgames.com, hit up the TCG player link, and you will see a listing of all of our currently in stock cards. You will be able to pick these up, and we will ship them to your door, or you can pick them up in store if you are local. If you're local and you're not coming to our locals, what are you doing? Pick one of our 3 stores. Come to our Gundam Weeklies. So much fun. Opportunity to get promos, take part in tournaments, etc., etc. And it is always a really good time. We got good communities at all 3 locations. One of the things I love are all the side conversations. Of course, there's lots of conversation about the game, competitive conversation, etc. But there's always a wonderful conversation just about the canon of Gundam, the history of Gundam, favorite shows, favorite series, favorite units, favorite kits. Because we got a lot of crossover, of course, with people building Gunpla. And you can pick up kits while you're in the store. You can ask people's opinion on it. There's the Turn-A. Oh, there's the LR Granddad with the final pose from the original series. Amazing. Our headless granddad firing off into the air. I love it. I absolutely love it. It looks great. It looks great. Of course it does. It's an LR. But yeah, I'm just really, really looking forward to seeing how Gundam continues to grow throughout its first year of existence. We're 4 sets in, and we are quickly approaching the time when we'll be looking at 1 full year of Gundam card games. So I look forward to kind of taking the community's pulse, seeing what everybody thinks, seeing where we're going, where we're headed, who's staying in, who's drifting off to other things. We had some launches kind of right in sequence. Riftbound certainly, I think, competed a bit with some people people's interest in Gundam card games. So just because you got a lot of people out there who play TCGs, a lot of people out there interested in League of Legends. So it's, you know, there's going to be some crossover. I know a lot of people that started playing the Gundam card game didn't really know much about Gundam when they started playing, right? They started watching, you know, G-Quack, so they started doing. And I think that the game brought new fans in. The game also appealed to, you know, old school fans and folks that, you know, wanted to have this Gundam TCG and knew that Bandai would do something amazing with it. There's the Neo Zeong, very cool, and then the EX base. So yeah, I think it'll be very, very interesting to kind of take stock of things when we are, you know, exactly a year in. We've had lots of releases. We're getting more releases announced. We've already got our pre-orders in, had to have our pre-orders in, obviously, for the next 2, I think. I mean, we've already got pre-orders in for set 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. Bandai is they're amazing. They're amazing, but boy, it's different than any other company that we deal with, which is saying something. But they know what they're doing. The Victory Gundam Hexa, and there is, yeah, the long one. The Curious Resource card. Alsash has his AEU Inact Custom Moralia Development Experiment type. And right along, we're plowing through box 3. That's right, box trace. And we are going to see what we can find with this. See what this box holds for us. There's another LR with the Victory Gundam. So we're getting, once we got 6 LRs, we got an R, a rare plus, we got a C plus. Let's see if we can get a plus plus. Let's see if there's another LR plus in this box. Let's see if the pull rates hold true. Are we going to get an LR plus every box? I can't imagine we will, but you know, opening 2 boxes and having, you know, we're 2 for 2 right now. Will we get 3 for 3? We'll see. Where's turn A and Victory Ignition are coming to this particular set. We also have stuff from Seed Destiny. We have stuff from Unicorn. We have stuff from Witch from Mercury. Of course, the OG Gundam also represented with Garma right there. Lots of really great stuff. If you are a fan of Gundam, there is the Zeong. So we now have a full play set of the Zeong with that LR plus that we pulled earlier. So that's 3 of the LR bases and 1 LR plus. So there's your play set all ready for Zeong. So if you're looking for green, if you're going for green and you want that Zeong, you know, you want to run some char, then guess what, folks? Your Zeon Blitz is going to have a new beefy competitor if you pick up that play set. But yeah, the point obviously of doing this is to make sure that folks can get singles right away, build those decks that they want to build. And not necessarily have to, you know, crack packs all the time. Because I know some people love doing that. And some people love buying boxes and just cracking packs and boxes. And, you know, the generosity of the community, seeing people donate, you know, bulk, seeing people, you know, give commons and uncommons, you know, as gifts, seeing the trades that happen in store, all that sort of stuff. Like, it's always a great time. And I'm glad that, you know, folks are opening product and doing that. But I also know that sometimes you just want to pick up singles. You just want the card that you want, and you want it for your deck when you want it. And that is one of the reasons why we are doing this. And that's why we're opening so much, is so that we can support that as we move forward with all of our TCGs, really. I mean, this is something that we want to do going forward in order to make sure that people can kind of just have the experience that they want, that they're not having to wait a couple of weeks before we start taking cards in. And it's different for us. It's new for us. And obviously it's creating a lot of extra work for me as I'm editing videos, putting videos together and doing all of this. And, you know, it's just wow, we did get an LR plus, and it's the Victory Gundam. And that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I want to turn A. I mean, really, that's what we're looking for here, selfishly speaking, but that is superb. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's what the pull rates are, but we're 3 for 3. 3 for 3, and we're getting an LR plus, a rare plus or an uncommon plus, and a C plus resource in every single box so far. And some of you might be saying, well, yeah, that's the way it goes now. I didn't know because I don't think I opened any of GDO3, did I? No, I don't think I did. I haven't opened any since 2, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, that's amazing. That's awesome. I love it. There's the LR Gundam DX. So another LR to add to our pile here. I believe that's probably going to be the last LR that we see. Is that right? Do we have 8? No. We so there should be one more LR in here, and then we'll kind of have our our pull rates, it seems established here. Bandai does kind of map their boxes, which I actually like. I think that it creates a little bit less of a feels bad, quite frankly. It gives you the opportunity to pull some really great stuff. And if you're in a position to purchase boxes, then yeah, you're getting something cool. And if you're not necessarily in a position to purchase boxes and you're just purchasing single packs, again, it also increases your rates of pulling something cool. So there you have that. All right, we got 2 packs left in box number 3. Then we'll move on to box number 4. That'll probably be the final box of this video. But we will do some more and get these cards in store for you as soon as possible so that you'll be able to pick these up during release weekend if you're looking for singles, because that is what we want to do. We want you to be able to get these cards and trick out your deck exactly how you want to, because that's the point, right? We're having fun. We're playing games, and yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Grognard Games and Hobbies, making dreams come true. Always looking for the next great tagline, next great brand. And there is an R. So it looks like, did we only get 7 LRs, or did I miscount earlier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I miscounted. All right, so there you have it. We have 8 LRs. Go through those real quick. We got the Gundam DX. We got the Zeong, we got the Victory Gundam, we got the Neo Zeong, we got the Gundam, the Granddad, and the Final Pose, we got the Penelope, we got the Unicorn Awakened, and we got the Unicorn Banshee Destroy Mode. We got the LR Plus of the Victory Gundam looking amazing. We got the Uso Ewan also looking amazing, absolutely looking great. And then we got our C Plus Victory Gundam resource card. So definitely pulling some really nice stuff. Again, the special treatments, the way that these cards look, I think, Bandai just does it right. They just make some incredible looking cards. And I'm really stoked to be able to get to see these cards, get kind of first crack at these before the official release date. I'm recording this on Thursday, the day before. We're going to take a quick pause here for the cause before we get into box number 4. All right, so here we are with box number 4 of our GDO4 case opening. I am very much looking forward to this. It looks like we kind of figured out the mapping here. We're getting an LR plus, we're getting either U plus or R plus, and then a C plus resource card as well as 8 LRs. So opening boxes is going to be fun. I mean, getting an LR plus is a lot of fun. Maybe it's always been that way. I don't remember. It's been a while since I opened some Gundam. I'm opening everything these days, so forgive me. Let's dive right in and see what we can find. We're going to get through this. We're going to blitz it. Let's see how quickly we can get through box number 4. I'm not going to waste any time talking about these commons and then comments that we have seen already. If you are seeing this video for the first time, go back and check out the rest. You will be able to see everything that we pulled. Turn A. You'll also hear me rave about Turn A and how much I think it's an underrated series in the Gundam canon, and how I'm so excited to see Turn A join the TCG. And Sochi is an awesome heroine, and she gets a card too. So there you have it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this. Garma, that's some great art there for Garma. Ooh, there's an R+, the Ilfrith Thorn. Look at that. That is, these pluses, I tell you what, they just look so good. So good. If we get the LR plus Turn A from this box, I'll be very happy, even though the card won't belong to me. It'll belong to Grognard Games, and then soon it'll belong to you. It'll belong to you, my fellow fan of Turn A. But that's what I'd love to pull, just for sentimentality's sake. I'm not necessarily looking for any specific cards, big money cards, anything like that. If we get a plus, that would be great. I certainly wouldn't. Whoa, there's an LR, the Neo Zeong. It certainly looks like we're going to have some play sets of LRs for sale, which will be really nice. So you can finish your playset, or you can, of course, buy a full playset if that's what you want to do, and we have it available for you. Head over to grognardgames.com, click on the TCG player link, and you'll be able to see a full listing of our cards that are available, and we can ship them to your door. You can pick them up in store at Grognard Games Algonquin, or of course we can transfer them to any of our Chicagoland locations. And if you are in the area and you're not already attending our weeklies, why not? Do it. It will be fun. You will enjoy it. All 3 locations do have that. Check our event calendar. Give the stores a call, and they'll give you the skinny on all that. There's promos to be had, the tournaments to be won, all sorts of fun stuff to do, and a great community waiting for you to come on in, look at cards, talk about Gundam, talk about Gunpla, talk about the TCG, trade cards. It's a great time. And of course, we are your destination for all things TCG, a miniature game, and RPG, and hobby related. So we'd love to have you in the store if you've not been in the store. So come in and take a look. Of course, if you are not in the Chicagoland area and you still want to shop online, head over to grognardgames.com, check out and see what we've got in stock. Lots of cool stuff in the store recently, including a Trench Stench from Westphalia, if you're looking for Trench Crusade stuff. There's also some new Warhammer coming very soon. Of course, we got the 11th edition of 40K coming this summer. There's lots of really great indie RPGs and zines that we stock as well. We would love to chat with you about any of that. War Machine has been picking up. Fallout has been picking up as far as miniature games goes. We got a thriving Star Wars Legion scene in Roselle in particular. So lots of great stuff. And then a myriad of TCGs and events as well, including, the Bandai Stalwart One Piece, also Magic the Gathering, Lorcana. We have a limited Pokemon selection at our locations. Algonquin has a weekly league on Saturdays, so check that out. Oh, did we get something? We got another Zeong, so there you have that. And then there's the Zeong head. So if you're interested in playing Pokemon, trading Pokemon, purchasing Pokemon, come in on Saturdays to Grognard Games Algonquin. That's going to be the best time, noon. So come in around 11:30 and you'll have access to product that we put out especially for our league players. Sign up for the league, put your number in, buy some product. It's a good time. And the more people come out and the more people sign up for that, the more product we get. And the more product we get, the more you can buy. So, it won't be quite as limited because, there's sometimes when we're getting like 2 of something. We'd love to be able to get, cases of things instead of just 2. So come on in, sign up for the league, stick around, have a good time, play, trade, hang out. Kind-hearted. And look at that. There's the Destiny again. Again, this one currently looks like it's, shaping up to be one of the 2 get cards here for the set. And I believe that gets us one away from a full playset of the Destiny, which is fun. We also have a number of other cards that are currently showing up for pre-order on TCG Player, for instance, giving me an idea, of what pricing is going to look like for some of these. The Unicorn Gundam Awakened, the Banshee Destroy mode, the Kyrios, the Zeong Damage Control, believe it or not, is one of those that's kind of up there right now too. So not a lot currently listed, but yeah, we're seeing what's there. We're seeing what's there. And of course, at this point, we're just kind of zipping through these because we've already been through 3 other boxes. So we're going to try to get through this 4th box, and then we will take a break and come back with a later video to get through the rest of it. But again, we are cracking packs so that you guys can have singles to purchase in store on release weekend. Product is still a little bit limited, but that said, we also should have enough to go around if people are looking to get some packs at release events and that sort of stuff. And of course, if you come to our weeklies, a pack is included with your entry. So that's always a fun way to kind of just see what you get, see what might come of it, because you never know what's coming. Not much from that pack, but we've been very lucky. I feel like we pulled some really, really cool stuff. That encounter card, that R+ encounter card, is still probably one of my favorite Gundam cards that I think I've ever seen. I just loved that card. That looked so freaking good. We'll go back and take a look at it here when we finish opening this box. Take a look at all the big pulls that we've had so far from the Gundam TCG Phantom Aria, which is the 4th set for the Gundam card game. And as we, close in on a year of release for the Gundam card game, it'd be really interesting to kind of get everyone's feedback. Where do you think the state of the game is headed? Where do you think it sits right now? Is it in a better place, a worse place? As things kind of start to level out, product starts to become a little bit more available, prices start to come down a little bit. It's interesting. There's a lot of older cards out there that are still, of course, in play that people want that they don't necessarily have as easy access to. So they've, they're taking bumps up in price here and there, but there's also a lot of new cards that are coming in to replace some of those cards. So other cards are kind of tanking a little bit on the singles market. But, when it comes to just the health of the game itself, what are people thinking? You've seen one color combo dominate the scene. Does it seem like there's a healthy meta? Is there something that you're interested in trying that nobody else is trying? I'm interested in all of it. So leave your comments below. Head on over to the Grognard Games Discord channel as well. You can find a link for that on our website and have conversations with folks about the Gundam card game, which has its own channel. Yes. We're making our way through. It looks like our hits are buried in this one, because by this time usually we're like half a box through. We've hit a little bit more. We'll see. I am in the midst of a run of a show. I work as an actor as well, and that has certainly taken some of my time and energy, but it is fun that I get to do this, and I get to have fun, creating content for the store, working on things as myriad from social media posts, the email, events, event planning, event scheduling, event approvals, these unboxings, pack openings, etc. It's, it's a thrill. It's an enjoyable part of the day for sure. But I look forward to being able to. There's the Victory Gundam. Hear from all of you, and again, just get an idea of like what everybody's interested in, because I don't get to get into the store during some of these events as much as I would like to. So I'm not as in touch maybe as I once was when it comes to some of these communities. And I always love hearing from you. So let me know what you think. You can always hit me up on the Discord as well. I'm Sam FWW. As I'm kind of less in the store behind the counter. Ooh, there's another LR. It's the Curios. It is, again, it kind of just changes the complexion of things a little bit for me. But that's just the nature of this gig. It's the nature of the job. We are working on box number 4 of Gundam card game Phantom Aria. That's GD04. Releases April 24th, which is tomorrow. I'm opening all this stuff on a Thursday. Going to try and get this video for you out today. I'm going to also attempt to get all of these cards over to Algonquin today if I have the time. If not, they'll be there Friday morning. So you'll be able to hopefully start getting these cards, seeing these cards on Friday. We'll see. We're getting through it. We're down to some of the last cards here. Get that uncommon over there. Of course, I'm going to get these cards organized as best I can so that the team over at Grognard Games Algonquin can get these put into their system so they are up on TCG Player as quickly as possible so that you are able to pick up the cards that you want, get those singles, finish off those play sets, build the deck that you want to build right away. We traditionally don't have singles available the weekend of release for a lot of our games, but this will be an exception to that. Not an exception. This is, oh, wow. Wow, there you go. The Luna Maria Hawk U+. Now, this is interesting because we did get an R+ already. This is the waifu card, and it's going to have a waifu tax, and this is going to be a big one, and we all know it. So that's a beautiful card. I mean, yeah, check that out. Just gorgeous art. Just gorgeous art. So I'm wondering if we are going to get an LR+ from this, or maybe we don't get a C+ out of this box and we still get the R+. I'll take it. I mean, whatever happens. But man, that is a supremely gorgeous card. So yeah, we're trying to get singles into the store as soon as the set drops. In some cases, we even have them available for pre-order like we do for Strixhaven currently, and we will continue to offer singles in that respect. Also, we're taking in singles a little bit more aggressively than we even used to. You do have to use the buy list feature, so go to grognardgames.com, use the buy list feature. Of course, all buy lists are subject to approval. Just because you put it on the buy list doesn't necessarily mean that it will be accepted, but the buy list is the best way to get the cards that you want to offload into our hands and get the best price that we can offer you. Of course, we have all. Oh, there's the turn A again, just the LR, not the LR+. That's okay. I'm not going to cry. Everyone is doing their best to work through buy lists as quickly as possible so that we don't have any huge backlog, but we're always taking cards in. Store credit is an easy one. Cash lists are, of course, subject to approval, but that is also something that we will do. So, yeah. And you can get an idea of, again, what we're going to offer you just by using that buy list. It's very easy. You can come on in and drop it off. All right. Ooh, we did get a C+, so I'm guessing we're not going to get an LR+ out of this box. All right. Well, that's okay because, I mean, come on. What we did get looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've got 2 packs left, and we've only pulled 6 LRs. So either we're not going to get 8 LRs out of this box, or we're going to get 2 in our last 2 packs. So let's see what happens here. And this is again box 4 that we are opening right now. Let's see what we got. I'm pulling uncommons into the common pile. I don't want to do that. All right. Yep, there's the Granddad looking amazing. Head blown off, shooting into the sky, in scene from the OG series. Spoilers for a show that's almost 50 years old. And then here's our last pack. Will there be some last pack magic? Are we going to get some shenanigans here? Are we going to pull an LR+? Nah, it's probably going to be another LR. Or are we going to just get 7 LRs? And if we do, are we okay with that? I don't know. Burning questions that we have to answer by opening the final pack of box 4 of this case. Let's see what happens here. We go. We are through the commons. We're getting through those uncommons, and then there's Uso, and ta-da! We did the DX. So we did end up getting our 8 LRs, and we got 3 pluses, including a C+ resource. We did not get an LR+, but we did get an R+ and a U+. And let's just take a look at everything that we pulled from this box here. We got the Gundam DX. the Granddad, we got the Turn A, we got the Kairos, we got the Victory, we got the Destiny, we got the Zeong, and we got the Neo Zeong. Those are all our LRs. And then we got our C plus Gyarios Resource, looking very cool. We got the Elfrith Thorn R plus, looking amazing. And then we got the Luna Maria Hawk Uncommon Plus. I mean, holy mackerel, that is a gorgeous card. And I have a feeling that this is going to be one of the more sought after of the pluses. You know, not trying to say that it's going to be, you know, topping the price on some of these others or anything, but yeah, this is one to look after, I'm pretty sure. There it is, Luna Maria Hawk, Gundam Seed Destiny, of course. And there you have it. That's 4 boxes of Gundam Phantom Aria GD04. Super excited to get those for you. And we'll have those in the store beginning tomorrow, April 24th. I'm going to get this video out as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to get these cards over to Grognard Games Algonquin so they can get in the system as soon as they possibly can. We'll have even more for you because I have more boxes sitting right here next to me because I have a full case of GD04 here for all of you. So I'm going to get out of here. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, stay safe out there, shop grognardgames.com, and always roll responsibly.